Hello, this is Ketoslav with Historical Fiction, and today we'll be looking at a few of my characters from a company called Bullyland there. Bullyland is a company that still produces historical figurines, but I would say they're on the, what would we say, the less expensive and less detailed end, as compared to companies like Poppo and Schleich, which are much more higher end. These ones I think are directed at a more younger person's audience there, and are not quite as high quality as the other ones, but are also less expensive as a result. So today I'll be looking at some of the Viking characters here. So here's one, not too bad of a character. And these characters are quite old, so you're going to see some chip paint on them and so on there. But, you know, overall he's not a terrible character there, but he is a bit scuffed. And the rubber, the material that these Bullyland characters are made of is much softer. I think they're intended more as to be kind of played with a bit more than collected. Here you can see a kind of stereotypical Viking with the drinking horn there, and the ahistorical horns there. Yeah, so there's that one, and then here's one. I think this one's a bit better than some of the others there as a Viking, which I actually like with a spear, because Vikings use spears quite a lot, but they're rarely depicted with spears there. And he's got kind of the Celt and Hun type Viking helmet with the eye holes and the shield there. I think this one is of the Vikings. This one is probably my favorite of those characters there. And then they also produced a couple of other characters. So I've got here, this one is a Celt or perhaps a Pict type character there. See if I can get it to focus. Come on, camera. There we go. I said I like this one. I like the paint job on this one. It's got kind of the woad there, and the blonde mustache, and the kind of traditional trousers there again. And so this is a very, very kind of flexible material compared. You couldn't really do this with Poppo or Schleich, which are a bit harder plastic there. You know, so not a bad character. Again, the paint jobs on these characters are more than you know, at least 25 years old, so the paint job on them is going to be a bit poor. And the last one I want to look at here, I always consider this one kind of a Hun type character there, and with the big mustache and hairstyle there. I said, you know, could be worse there. Can't quite get it in focus. And they're also a bit smaller than Schleich and Poppo characters. Just for size comparison, here's a Schleich Viking next to the Bullyland Viking. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger, quite a bit taller. So they don't mix quite as well with, you know, with the Poppo and Schleich characters in terms of size comparison there. But yeah, I just thought they were worth a look. So and Bullyland does still produce figures. I don't really buy any of them, you know, but they're still out there. So thanks for watching. Bye.